Hey, what's up everybody? This is my prediction video for UFC 120, Bisping versus Akiyama. I just wanted to start off by saying I think this is a terrible main card and an awful main event to headline the evening. But, oh well, what can you do? The very first fight is James Wilkes versus Claude Patrick. Claude Patrick is 12-1, James Wilkes is 8-3. James Wilkes is coming off of a win against Peter Sabata at UFC 115. Claude Patrick is coming off of a win against Ricardo Funch at UFC 115 also. Claude Patrick is great with his submissions. He also adapts very well to any situation that he comes across. James Wilkes is great with submissions also, and he's very quick on his feet. I picked James Wilkes by either submission or by decision. If it's going to be a submission, I would say in the second round, but I would say the more probable prediction would be decision, a unanimous decision. So go James Wilkes. And the second fight is Cheick Kongo versus Travis Browne. Travis Browne is 10-0. He is undefeated. He is coming off of a win against James McSweeney at the Ultimate Fighter 11. Cheick Kongo is 25-6. He's coming off of a win against Paul Buentello at UFC Live 1. Cheick Kongo is great with his takedowns. He is an exceptional striker, and he's very focused. Travis Browne is great with his submissions and ground game. I'm going with Cheick Kongo, a first-round knockout. He's won almost all of his fights by knockout. He's great with his striking, like I said, and I think it's going to be too much for Travis Browne to handle. Go Cheick Kongo, first-round knockout. The third fight is John Hathaway versus Mike Pyle. John Hathaway is 14-0. He's undefeated. Mike Pyle is 19-7. Mike Pyle is coming off of a win against Jesse Lennox at UFC 115. John Hathaway is coming off of a win against Diego Sanchez at UFC 114. John Hathaway is... The only thing that really comes to my mind that would be to his advantage is his takedowns. He has great takedowns from John Hathaway. Mike Pyle has great submissions, jiu-jitsu, and striking. I'm going to go with Mike Pyle. I think John Hathaway is going to pick up his first loss at UFC 120, and I'm picking Mike Pyle by submission. He's won the majority of his fights by submission, and I'm looking for that to be in the third round. Should be pretty exciting fight. Fight of the night, maybe. So go Mike Pyle. The fourth fight is Dan Hardy versus Carlos Condit. Carlos Condit is 25-5. Dan Hardy is 23-7. I know everybody loves Dan Hardy. He's the outlaw. He has that crazy looking mohawk. It's awesome. He's awesome. Well, I'm picking Condit to win, and I'm picking Condit to win by submission and maybe the first round. Hardy is actually coming off of a loss to George St. Pierre GSP at UFC 111. Condit's coming off of a win against Rory McDonald at UFC 115. Condit has great submissions and great endurance. So if it would go to decision, I would say the edge would go to Condit because of his endurance and cardio. Dan Hardy has great striking, and he's also very quick on his feet. But I think Carlos Condit is going to be too much for him to handle. I know everybody loves Dan Hardy, but I'm picking the upset. Go Condit. And the main event for UFC 120 is Michael Bisping versus Yoshihiro Akiyama. That's a very weak main event. It's not going to be exciting in my opinion. I could be wrong. Akiyama is coming off of a loss to Chris Lieben at UFC 116. Michael Bisping actually beat Chris Lieben at UFC 89, which I think proves Michael Bisping has the capability to beat Akiyama. Bisping is coming off of a win against Dan Miller at UFC 114. And I'm thinking Bisping has great stand-up, striking, heart, and fitness. Akiyama is more with his judos and takedowns. He actually has knockout power, but the Akiyama Chris Lieben fight at UFC 116 was very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing Akiyama again. I'm just disappointed that it's the main event. A co-main event would have been great for that fight. It would have been great. It would have fit right in with a co-main event, but main event, no. I think that was a mistake. Michael Bisping's 20-2. Yoshihiro Akiyama is 13-2. I'm picking Bisping to win by technical knockout. Bisping's got a lot of power, and I think it's going to be too much for Akiyama. I'm picking Bisping to win the main event at UFC 120. Okay, so that is my UFC 120 predictions. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you agree or disagree, or comments or questions in the comments section below. and I'll be making a recap video after UFC 120. So we'll have to see what happens, and thanks for watching. Bye.